Hey, what's going on, everybody? Knowledge coming at you again. This is an album review on Eminem's new album, the Marshall Mathers LP Part 2. Where do I start with this project? First of all, let me say I was deeply disappointed. When the song leaked, I think it was Rap God, and I heard that record, I was like, this is not good. This is gonna be one of those epic fail albums. First of all, just like I said before, when you try to do a follow-up on a classic album, that can destroy you, and it can make you even greater, or take you to another level that you weren't at. And I think what he did is he really messed himself up by naming this project the Marshall Mathers LP. You guys didn't hear the first one, classic hip-hop album. I can remember being in middle school banging that album every single day. It was the album of the year. Great album, classic album. But then he drops the LP 2, and first of all, the production was terrible. I don't know if he was trying to go towards the pop route or trying to maybe throw 3 or 4 actual hip-hop songs on the album and then everything else make it commercialized and pop, because the production was just terrible. Where's Dre at? Where's Ninth Wonder? Where's Just Blaze? Why haven't you got in contact with these guys and get these guys' production on your album? I know Eminem, just working in the business and everything, and knowing people who work with Eminem, he's a perfectionist. He's somebody that likes to be hands-on with everything. And just because you're a great artist, a lot of times you do need those A&Rs or those other people to come in and say, let's go this direction, let's use these producers, let's construct the album in this way. Because a lot of times when you kind of stay in your own mind frame, a lot of times your artistry becomes captive, and you kind of stay in the same zone. And a lot of times you need those other people to bring those other attributes and that other creativity that you might have in you, but you just haven't explored yet. So I think it's important sometimes, to have other people and other opinions come in and help you with your project, even if you are a very hands-on type of artist. But like I said, the production was bad. He had a little storytelling on it, like the record Bad Guy, where he was pretending like he was Stan's little brother, and he came back. You guys aren't familiar with the first album. He had the classic record Stan, incredible track, and the guy ended up committing suicide because Eminem didn't write him back and blah blah blah. So on Bad Guy, what he did is he had the little brother come back and basically stalk Eminem and try to go after him. So I thought that was a cool record. Legacy, that one I was kind of iffy on. It was, I like the lyrics on it, but the production was so terrible that it just kind of threw me off. Evil Twin, I thought that was a good record. Like I said, the first record on the album was pretty good, and the last record on the album was pretty good. Everything in between that was just terrible. But it lacked some creativity. The production was terrible. I think he could have had a little bit better features on here. He had to join with Kendrick Lamar, Love Game. I thought that record was terrible. I did like the way that Kendrick Lamar kind of came very goofy and silly with the record, because we don't really hear that from Kendrick. He's usually neither thought provoking or very intricate with his rhymes, and on that record he was able to get kind of on Eminem's vibe and be very silly with the track. So I thought I like the lyrics in that, but I just didn't like the production. The one with Rihanna, The Monster, that was terrible. Brainless, terrible. Rap God, good lyrics, but the production was terrible. Berserk, terrible. Asshole, when I saw the title of that, I was like, okay, that might be a cool track, because just knowing Eminem's personality, he kind of comes off as an asshole at times. I was like, damn, maybe he went in on that one. I put that record on. Terrible. So this album is really disappointing. And I don't know what happened with this guy. He's a lyricist. I know a lot of people talk about, oh, he's a white guy and we shouldn't put him up there because he's white. Whether you like Eminem or not, anybody who knows anything about the art of hip-hop, Eminem is an MC. He can rap. Let's take white out of the picture. The guy can rap. But it's just his last couple of albums, I don't know if it's, he's became too comfortable, or, he's just not taking his time with his albums or really, you know, brainstorming what he wants to do. But his last couple of albums just haven't been that good, you know. So I don't really know what's going on with this guy, but this is a disappointment. This shit is light here. And, you know, if you're going to come out with another project, the number one thing he needs to focus on is getting better production. We don't want a pop album from Eminem. We want hip-hop. We want the Eminem that, you know, was first starting again. Eminem that was a lyricist, creative, had the great storytelling, the great flow. We want all that back. You know, not necessarily the same project, but we want today's Eminem with the same skills he had when he first came in. But you guys give me your feedback if you listen to the album. But you know, I'm disappointed. You know, I'm gonna be honest. But I don't know what else to say. But you know, this is sad. You know, first it was Jay-Z with that Magna Carta bullshit. You know, and then now we got Eminem coming out with the Marshall Mathers LP2. And this is terrible. And I think this is more of a disappointing than that Jay-Z joint. But you guys give me your feedback. But I thought it was trash.